After 2 days in Israel and Palestine, US President Joe Biden has arrived in Saudi Arabia, meeting for the first time with the kingdom's crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. Well, the two men bumped fists as the prince welcomed Biden to the Red Sea port of Jeddah. Biden had previously vowed to make Salman an international pariah over allegations he ordered the murder of journalist Jamal Khashoggi. But concerns about regional stability and soaring oil prices have forced the president to reconsider. Well, reporting tonight from Washington, D.C. is Ray Suarez. Good evening to you, Ray. Good to see you. I mean, for President Biden, this is a political and diplomatic tightrope, essentially, that he's got to walk. He had previously said that he was bent on making Saudi Arabia a pariah state, but now it seems that there are just other interests at home which are more urgent.
Well, when Joe Biden said that, when he promised to make Saudi Arabia a pariah state, Russia hadn't yet invaded Ukraine and sent the world oil market into a tizzy. Even though gas prices have come down considerably in the last 30 days here in the United States, it's still a politically sensitive issue and driving inflation in the United States, the price of gasoline, as we approach very critical midterm elections in November. So Joe Biden is walking the knife's edge. To his left, his critics are saying he's soft-pedaling Saudi Arabia's human rights abuses. To his right, his critics are saying that he's going on bended knee to the Saudis to open the oil taps to help ease supply problems here in the United States. There's no winning on this one, and it is a tough, tough visit. And a cool one. The Saudis did not send a top-level delegation. He did not get the kind of rapturous welcome that Donald Trump did when the last president visited the Saudi kingdom in his term. So this is a tough visit all around for Joe Biden, and really, when it comes to his domestic critics, nobody's going to be happy when he comes home. Helena?
All right, Ray Suarez there reporting from Washington, D.C. Ray, good to catch up. Thanks a lot. Well, for more analysis on this topic now, let's bring in Joost Hilterman now. He is the Middle East and North Africa Programme Director at the International Crisis Group. Welcome to you. Thank you for being with us on the programme. Now, many people will be watching this day. They'll be wondering whether this is the beginning of a reset in relations between Israel and Saudi Arabia, as well as between, of course, Saudi Arabia and the United States. How significant do you think this moment is?
I wouldn't overstate it. I think the relationship between the United States and the Gulf Arab states has been actually fairly steady. That is not necessarily the perception in the Gulf, where they think the United States has gradually disengaged from the region and has become unreliable. But I think from the United States perspective, the relationship has actually held pretty well. The security umbrella is still there. And I think it's more about who is in charge in the White House. Clearly, the Gulf Arab leaders liked President Trump. They cared much less for President Obama, and they don't care much for President Biden as well. I think they're hoping probably that someone like Donald Trump will come to the White House in 2024.
Well, now, of course, they are dealing with President Biden, and he's going to be looking for something to bring back home, to see more oil pumped, to ease gas prices, and then to ease, of course, inflation in the United States. Do you think that he will achieve it and then, I guess, set the tone for other Gulf states?
So, well, first of all, I think the United Arab Emirates have already indicated that whatever Saudi Arabia decides on the pumping of oil, they will follow suit. So, and they are the two main producers in the region for oil. So that's one. Two, I think it is unlikely, but I could be proven wrong, that the Saudi Arabia will concede right away to pumping more oil at this stage. I think President Biden himself would not particularly like to be seen to be going to Riyadh or to Jeddah in this case just for that. But it may come very soon anyway, because obviously this is the top objective of this particular visit.
Briefly, if you wouldn't mind, Joost, President Biden is also set to discuss Iran and efforts to prevent Tehran from obtaining a nuclear weapon. And he did say on this trip that force could be used to prevent that. But what does that mean for regional stability?
Well, if you ask people in the region, then it's not clear whether it is better to have a nuclear deal or not to have a nuclear deal. Either way, they don't trust Iran, and they think that Iran will pursue its agenda through non-state actors, proxy forces in the region, regardless. So, because the nuclear deal only concerns the nuclear issue and not Iran's power projection in the region.